Hello everyone, Lewis Crompton here, and this is not financial advice. Have you ever wondered, with all the different asset classes that there are out there, which one you should be investing in and why? I'm going to be sharing with you the 3 places that I think are the best asset classes right now. There may be 1 or 2 surprises here based upon why I feel they are the best right now. And if you want to learn about how to do money better, how to make more of it in less time, then make sure that you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share the video as well. Now, I'm going to avoid the old trope here of saying that the best asset to invest in is yourself. Making sure you have the right knowledge and the ability to apply that information. Of course, that is true, but I'm not going to make that one of the major points of this video, because by now, really, you should know that it is true and that you should be doing something about it to invest in yourself and invest in your knowledge. The ones I have picked have been chosen based on a few assumptions. That assumption is that you are under the age of 45 and that you are looking to find ways to make your money work harder for you than you work to make that money. So these 3 investments are the ones that I think are the best fit for the longer term. So coming in at number 1, in no particular order, I'm going to start off with the obvious one: property. Property is, in my opinion, always a good investment. Now, this is partly why I'm making the assumption here that you are under 45. Now, I'm not saying that that if you are over 45 that you can't invest in property, you can't make money from property. Of course you can. But if in those 45 years you've managed to amass a large sum of money, then I would highly consider investing in at least some of that money into property. Why? Because property is a cash flowing asset if you buy it correctly. I would also be looking at ways of leveraging that portfolio once I have bought it. What the mega wealthy do is that they would then borrow against 50% of that portfolio to reinvest. That is if you have that much money to use and to play with. You will need at least £25,000, I would say, to start investing in property in a real way, and that will really only get you 1 property. Now, that is if you want to be the owner of the properties. I'm not talking lease options here or rent to rent or stuff like that. I believe in ownership. I remember when I first started investing in property about 6 years ago now, a little over 6 years ago, the way that I managed to get started was through using my trading profits, that skill set which generates cash. And I took that cash and I put it into cash flowing assets. That's what led me to be able to invest in property. Now, option 2 is to invest in a cash generating skill that can become a business. You may already have a skill that you can turn into a business. The skill that I invested in and continue to invest in happens to be Forex trading and financial markets. This is my core business. Well, I say business, it's just me and the market. So yes, I also have a cash generating asset in my education company, which is Star Trading, where I teach people how to invest safely and profitably in the financial markets with that cash generating skill, which is trading. The reason I would highly consider investing in a skill which can be a business or that can generate you cash flow is you then have a machine. I often call trading my money making machine. Now, it's a machine being that it is the thing that can generate you an additional income stream alongside what you are doing. It's also almost automatic. If we are being smart with our money, then the extra money you will make will not get splurged on ridiculous items, but will be used to reinvest and build more wealth and therefore more financial stability. An example from my childhood of this is my dad. Now, he is an incredible man in my eyes, so you will probably hear me talk about him and my parents a lot through my videos. Even though I didn't actually like him for many years, different story, but that was really down to my own demons I had to battle with. Now I love him to pieces, stubborn as he is. I don't know where I got it from. Now, my dad was a great example of this skill set thing. He had an incredible skill set. He is a craftsman in the core of his being. So much so that when he retired, he built a woodwork shop at the bottom of his garden to complete jobs and little projects for friends, family members, and neighbors. He is fantastic at what he does. Truly, truly skilled. When I was growing up, my parents needed extra money. Not that they ever let me and my sister see that they were on a tight budget. They were both teachers. They didn't have massive salary. So really sod's law that it's in my blood that I end up becoming a teacher, just in a slightly different way. Now, teaching didn't pay fantastically for them. So my dad would work around the job, around teaching, a lot of the weekends and then through the holidays to help bring in an additional income stream to provide even more so for me and my sister. Well, I say it was to provide for me and my sister. I think actually he spent most of the profit he made from building things for people down at the pub most nights, much to the frustration of my mum. He's not really that bad. Option 3 of the asset classes to invest in right now would be, and don't shoot me for saying this, crypto. Now, if you don't understand crypto at all, then what I want you to do is think about it as being like a variation of stocks and shares. Although it isn't a stock and it's not a share, it's similar to that. Again, if you don't know what crypto is, then it is in essence a form of digital currency that is created by something called blockchain. A blockchain being a collection of complex calculations that can be used for all types of uses. It tracks transactions. It can be used for building forms of technology and programs on it as well. The reason that I say it is currently a good investment is because I believe ultimately that cryptocurrency is here to stay. And if it is here to stay, then over the long term, the asset is going to increase in price. Now, you could go hard into this area of investment. Some of my students have done that, and based on the education that they received, were able to make very, very good profits and exit at the right time. Taxable profits, though, with crypto. People often think crypto investing is tax-free, but it isn't. You will be taxed, unlike other styles of trading that I teach my UK students. So please, please factor that in. The main projects or coins that I personally invest in are the equivalent of blue chip stocks, but from the major parts of the crypto world. So my major holdings are with Bitcoin, with Ethereum, and with Solana. Solana because I really believe in some of what is being developed on that blockchain, and I want to see it do really well and to thrive. It actually has real world application that I think the world needs and will be improved by. That's why I invest in those ones. Now, I'm thinking long term with all of these investments. Same with property, same with crypto, all of it. It isn't about the here and now. It isn't about the get rich quick. If you're looking for get rich quick options, which also tend to be get broke quick too, then I think you're kind of on the wrong YouTube channel. You want someone else for that. This is not the place or the community for you. What we want to build is secure, lasting wealth that will change our lives, the lives of our families, and the lives of people we care about for the long term, without killing ourselves with toxic hustle culture. In summary, there are plenty of ways that you can be making your money work harder than you do. Remember, the key thing before you start investing too heavily is to make sure that you are generating cash flow. Cash flow that can then be used to start investing into other asset classes. My favorite asset classes to invest in is actually art, but I've had to stop. I run out of wall space. I like the tangible nature of it, and I buy things that spark joy and spark inspiration in me and for me. You have to be an investor. Nowadays, we do not have a choice. There is literally no option to even just keep our head above water on a financial level. So please make sure that you're doing something with your money other than just buying things that you don't need or numbing the boredom of modern day life. And if you want to learn more about how to do money better, how to make more of it in less time, then like this video and subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you share this video with someone it can help, or that you think it's going to inspire, or maybe it's going to challenge. My name is Lewis Crompton, and this is not financial advice.